Hey y'all, I'm on round 2 of trying to film how to clean out my cartridges for the quick color change airbrush system. So there is my gun, my compressor's down on the floor, and I use alcohol and I use a guitar wire. This one's almost a little bit too big, but it's been working, and so I'm going with it. And I've cleaned about 3 so far. I'm not getting a good angle right now, so I'm gonna try to do this at a better angle. So first thing I do is I shake it up really good, upside down. Then I pull this part off, and I set that to the side. And then what I do is, if you can see all that gunk in there, I wipe it out with a baby wipe. Fold it over, just like that. Just like that. I don't know if you can see it. Then, this one doesn't look really clogged at all, so I'm just going to pretend it's clogged. A lot of times you'll see where that little hole is, it's going to be packed full of dried paint after a gig. Then I'm going to take the baby wipe and just go like that, and can't see what I'm doing. I'm going to squirt, and I spray straight into there and get it. And then I'm taking the wire and I'm going to stick it in there. And what I do is I twirl it so that if there's any dried paint inside that hole along the inside along the edge, it will kind of wipe it off. And then I'm just going to string it through, wipe it again, and this one wasn't that bad. All right, I did the blacks first, and they were pretty bad, but the video didn't get them. Then I run alcohol through this piece. I squirt it through, and this works great for forcing that alcohol through. And I got this at, what, CVS, I think? Yes. And these squirt bottles do a great job. I'm going to put it all back together. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to go like this and put the tip back on, shake it up. So sometimes it'll stick, and so the paint will stick and stay clogged, and I will run it across the baby like this, run the tip across it, and that will unclog the tip most times. Let's see, I need to find my red, because then I refill. That's pink. Where is red? Is that it? There's red. And I shake my refill up, and I fill my bottles to right about there. Any higher, and I find that they're overfilled and it creates too much pressure and the paint doesn't flow as well. So shake up the bottle, and there we go. Whoops, and I overfilled that one, of course. There we go. I find when you refill black, you can't even see what you're doing. So it's refilled, shake it, give it one last blast. And it is set. And then to get a really good coverage, I'll go close. If I want to get a little finer mist, I pull back away from what I'm doing, and that does it. Okay, so those ones are cleaned. Let me see. this. Then I keep them in my boxes, just like that. And setting that one to the side. And I store them in my kit. I have a space that I put them in, and I store them with this on, with the tips down, because I find that the paint stays more liquid in the tip and it doesn't dry out. I'm gonna try to clean my white next. Usually that's the one that clogs the most. I want a clean white because I don't want to mix any colors in. I want to make sure my wire is completely wiped off so it's safe. And then there we go. So I'm going to shake this up really, really, really good. Shake, 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 shake your booty. And see how clogged up that is? So what I'm going to do is get rid of all that goo that's right up in there. And but see how it's kind of white down in the center? That's what we're going to poke out with the wire. And wipe the tip a little bit, and I'm going to poke that wire through, all the way through. Go on, you can do it. And I turn it. I'm going to try from this end. Oh, I can't see. There we go. And that cleaned it, and then I'm going to swirl it, because that swirl wipes, gets any of the clog that could be along the edge out and breaks it up. Then I'm going to put the wipe down, and I blow the alcohol through it, I squirt it through it, and there we go. And that kind of got most of it. Now, this piece here, sometimes I'll run the wire through it, but the wire that I have is actually bigger than the tip and won't go through. And I can't find one of my thinner wires right yet. So what I'm going to do is I'll just do it this way. And it's gone through like so. Put it back together. Wipe it down a bit. Gonna put this back on. And my hands are horribly dirty because I usually wear gloves, and guess what I forgot to do? Okay, then I'm gonna wipe the tip, and then I'm gonna spray. And there we go. Wipe the tip. Then I keep my paints in these bottles because I don't like carrying the giant bottles with me. And I'm gonna fill it to that imaginary line. I don't fill any higher than this point right here because I don't want it to build up too much pressure and it makes it harder for the paint to flow. There needs to be some air space between the paint and the top of the bottle. If your paint won't flow and you have too much, I mean, you can. When I first learned, I was taught to leave the caps like this, ajar, and it allowed for the pressure to not build up. I'd rather now close them and not risk them spilling somewhere, and I will just burp the bottle. And that's just to open the lid and close it, and that's burping the bottle. And that takes care of most of any pressure issues. So this one is done. Okay, here's the brown. We're gonna try that. That's one that clogs well too. So I'm gonna get a clean wipe because I don't want to get white in my brown. And I'm gonna go like that. Unscrew the cap. Set this to the side and wipe it out. And it's definitely a little bit clogged in there. So I will undo this part. Got the two pieces apart. And pop it in there and swirl it along the edge, pull it out. Alrighty, squirt the alcohol through. That's done. I'm gonna squirt the alcohol through the tip. There we go. And it's in there. Where is my brown? There it is. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Open the end. And refill. There we go. Once again, did not fill any higher than this line right here because I didn't want to, I want airspace in the top. And it's working. Okay, pink is my next color. Let's see if that video worked.